lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Nuggets in Denver. Well, for Denver, here about midway through the season, they're in a better place now than they were at the end of last year, currently 7th in the Western Conference. One thing we're seeing, Kenny, certain teams that started off hot are now falling by the wayside.
Man, that happens every year, Arnie. This is nothing new. No surprise. Everyone does it. The league catches up to them at some point.
You know, after teams adjust to you, you have to adjust back. If you can't, shows you weren't all that to begin with.
Ah, very true, very true. Here's Kevin Harlan as we get ready for the tip.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Hey, Dave.
Well, Coach Mike Malone had this to say about his understated superstar, Nikola Jokic. Malone said he's truly beloved by all his teammates. No ego, a little bit goofy, doesn't take himself too seriously, and with his success, he's still the same kid. That's why everybody cares about him and respects him. Kevin?
The Nuggets lucky to have him. Thanks, David. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Hernan Gomez out there with Washington. Then it's Bridges. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the 2 guard. And for Denver, the backcourt is Murray and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Porter in at the 3. Chris, tonight 2 offenses that love to slow it down and then set it up. What was your favorite half-court play, for instance?
Oh, wow. Well, for me, it's a play called turn 4 or 5. And depending on if I was the 4 or the 5, that means that you have a guard come out. He spins out. He comes out on the wing, and he throws it into you. And then it's your job to go to work or to find a double team. So it's almost like being that point forward off the box. So any play that was called for myself in the half court, you know, is my favorite play.
Right. I can see the play in my mind right now as you're describing it, actually.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And, guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Yep, it counts.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Graham kicks to Rozier. And just about a minute into the first quarter. 5 on the clock. From 8, and that's good off the glass that time. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. Harris outside. There's the pass to Jokic. Second shot opportunity, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Pass to Washington. Over Millsap, and there's another one for the Hornets.
The defense just too soft on that possession. You have to be closer and contest at the rim.
Here's Murray. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Clippers.
Yeah, and don't forget about his passing. I mean, he didn't forget about his teammates. He was spreading the ball all over the floor.
Now here's Porter. Passes it to Jokic. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Rozier. Denver grabs the miss. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
And when the bench steps up, it takes pressure off the starters. And they stepped up big in that game.
Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, man, elevating his passing ability. Dimes like this from Rozier help him establish chemistry with his guys.
The Nuggets trail by 4. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. 18 feet out. Jokic, no good.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Rozier, the pass to Graham. Back to Rozier from downtown. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Oh, beautiful looking 3-ball from Rozier, really expanding his range.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. It's tipped. Now Graham. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And it was the little things, too. I mean, getting to the line, finding ways to get his points any way possible.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here. Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
And powering into the first week of the new year, here's a brand new look at the power rankings. You look at Houston. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
Check it out, Charlotte, man. They just can't seem to find the mojo they need to move up the rankings. They've tinkered with their lineup, but so far they just keep getting the same result.
Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Jokic has got his second basket.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
Oh, yeah, flexibility is crucial. You have to be able to take what the defense gives you.
Now, here's Rozier. He's got 5. The pass to Washington. Over Millsap. Nails the baby hook. Washington's got 6.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Murray kicks to Harris. From outside, off the mark. Charlotte, their last game, a win against Portland. Here's Rozier. And one of those little spark plug guys, Terry Rozier, plays the game with Greg, I think, a chip on his shoulder.
I mean, the story goes, as a kid, when his temper flared, his mother would have to sit on him until he cooled down. He's learned to channel that fire and emotion into his game.
And the first one at the line is good. Chris, what would you tell a young player that maybe a couple years ago burst onto the scene, were sensational, but have been plateauing, maybe even regressing a little bit?
I tell them success is a journey. That even if they would have won a Rookie of the Year award last year or a championship, that doesn't make them successful if they don't come with that same work ethic the next year. So if you've had a down year, that does not matter. You're supposed to learn from it and make this year better as well. So I would say get back to the drawing board, get back to working hard, watch a lot of tape, be honest with yourself, and focus on how to get better. Now, positive mentality, let's go forward.
Good direction. Murray surveying the D. And he banks in the layup. Murray's got his second bucket of the night.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
Now, here's Rozier. 7 points in the game. To the middle. Here's Hernan Gomez. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
The first free throw is good.
For so long, the Hornets have been a perimeter-oriented team. Chris, now they need to find an impact big man.
Yeah, well, Jay, remember, they did have a couple of good years with Al Jefferson where he was a force inside, but that was the last time the team made the playoffs. More balance in their attack would do wonders for this offense.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap. Denver on D, trailing here by 8. Here's Harris. They get it back. That's tipped. Bridges against Porter. And it's good for 2.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And here is Murray. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. Inside, Millsap off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
Graham surveying the floor. Pass to Washington. And here is Rozier. Bridges with it. He's covered by Murray. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Murray against Rozier. Here's Bridges. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland. 6 to shoot. And it's Rozier missing.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
And Porter, here we go. It's rebounded by Charlotte. This the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it will be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
Yeah, should be a fun game to watch. I mean, 2 teams that don't see each other that much. They'll learn a lot about each other tonight.
Denver making a switch here. Barton is checked in. Cody Zeller's checked in for Charlotte. Batum comes in for Terry Rozier. Here's Millsap. Barton outside, shoots the 3. Hornets with the rebound. Hernan Gomez has got 6 rebounds here tonight. On the wing, Batum. Barton defending. Graham with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 20 feet out. Batum, good. And the Hornets lead by 8.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. Pass to Jokic. The 11-footer, and he hits the jumper for 2. Jokic has got 6 points. Hornets leading by 6. Now Graham. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. On the wing, Batum. Clock at 6. Hernan Gomez trying to break free. Batum, good. Batum's got his second basket of the game.
That's just years of experience coming into play. Batum's aggressiveness and basketball savvy, I mean, it puts defenders in difficult spots.
Now, here's Jokic. 20 points for him last game against the Clippers.
And not only that, I mean, if you think about it, he dominated the boards. His energy was incredible. He never stopped working.
And here is Graham. Pass to Hernan Gomez. He dishes it to Graham. And it's off from three-point range. The Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Porter. A rebound by Washington.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
The defense is aggressive on him, but when you're giving up that much height, there's only so much you can do.
Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Murray, and he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 6.
And the D has no answer for Murray. Just absolutely ferocious at attacking the basket.
Here's Graham. He's covered by Murray. And the pass to Hernan Gomez. And it's sent back by Jokic. Here's Porter. He can't get it to go. And the Hornets now going the other way. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
The bench did exactly what they needed to do. Without their production, who knows if they win that game. It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
A different look for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Millsap. Jeremy Grant comes in for Porter. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Now, here is Morris. And right now, he's averaging about 7 points a game. Grant outside. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Biyombo. To the left side wing. Here's Monk. Banked in off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 8.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
1:56 left in the first quarter. Now, here is Morris. 8 points his last outing. Biyombo with the block. That one falls. There's 1:40 left to play in the first. Here's Monk. Pass to Zeller. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Charlotte needs to get a shot off. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Zeller.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
Now, here's Jokic. He's got 8. Here's Plumlee. It's deflected.
And Batum has arms that go on forever and ever and ever, which is why he's so dangerous when it comes to shot blocking.
To the wing on the left. Here's Bacon. Zeller trying to free himself up. Bacon's shot is off. The Nuggets trail by 6. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Barton, no luck. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
And a wide open look for Zeller. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte. Denver's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of this game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Lonley's checked in for Denver. And the second free throw, good. Charlotte leading by 5. Monk with the ball. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Outside, Batum. Back to Monk over Morris. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Hornets lead by 5. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love. Like that is the thing I play. Like when I know 4, 6, 7 years old, I don't know. Like basketball is always in my life. There's like, I think it's passion. I think it's passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated, seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Inside, Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo. Monk is out there with Batum, and it's Bacon in at the small forward position. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season. But for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all are. David, thank you. Here's Morris following the 3 by Charlotte. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Monk. You know what, Chris? Speed at any position is so vital. Who are the fastest big guys in the game right now that you admire and just can't believe how they go baseline to baseline?
The first one that comes to mind is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's a Greek freak, but he's a freak of nature in basketball. His speed, his length, his athletic ability. You love seeing him. And I say a close second, Anthony Davis. And don't forget about Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, a lot of guys that love running the floor and put that pressure on the defense every time by getting out.
The first one falls. And Morris drops them both. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Now, here's Monk. He's guarded closely. Zeller passes to Biyombo. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. The Nuggets trail by 6. Now Morris. All alone. And another miss by Denver.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Here's Monk, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the Denver Nuggets get called for the foul.
And Monk is an interesting player, a combo guard with fantastic scoring potential, quick on both ends of the floor.
The Hornets have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Free throw drops for Monk. Gary Harris, he's checked in for Will Barton. Terry Rozier's checked in for Charlotte. So he gets them both.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. 8-point game. Feeds to Vonleh. And the dunk by Vonleh.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Now, here's Rozier. 7 points in the game. And here's Biyombo. Here's Bacon. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a look now at the Hornets' upcoming schedule. On Monday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And that game against the Wizards, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
And he knocks down the first one.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
Bridges, he's checked in for Charlotte. Good on both.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Morris outside. Down low. Shot clock at 5. Bridges with the steal. Bacon the pass to Bridges. Now here's Rozier. He's covered by Grant. Left block shot on the way. He can't hit that time. Good work defensively by Morris. The Nuggets trail by 8. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Vonleh dishes to Harris. Monk with a double team. Harris kicks to Plumlee. Clock at 4. A 3 from Morris. Monk grabs the board. Hornets leading by 8. He lobs it up. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Still just scratching the surface, polishing his game. Bridges' best basketball is ahead of him.
Denver's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Here's Morris. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Biyombo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Monk for 3. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Grant. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Now here's Monk to the left wing. Biyombo, the pass to Bacon. To the inside. It's stolen by Harris. And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That's his first foul. And the Nuggets making a change here. Murray's checked in. The Nuggets trail by 10. And one thing you have to love about Gary Harris, the way he can explode to the rim.
And Harris is a natural scorer from all parts of the floor, but he can just rocket himself for dunks you aren't used to seeing from players of his size and stature.
Here's Bridges. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
Excels at driving to the basket. Bridges making the D get physical with him when he penetrates.
The Hornets have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. And that one falls for Bridges. And we've seen stars, Chris, get suspended in the playoffs for having 7 technical fouls. Should we modify that rule at all, do you think?
I think it can be tweaked if everyone agrees on it. But for me personally, I don't think that we've had enough superstar players get suspended with that rule to say let's change the number. We definitely want superstar players to play in the playoffs, to play for their fans. But we also want to keep the integrity of the game. And if technicals means I get to yell at the referee more, well, then maybe I just have to have more discipline on my end and say, wait a minute, I can't do this because it's going to hurt the team. So I'm not sure about that yet.
Murray, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And if they stay this hot from the line, there's a good chance they'll hang on to that lead. They're at about 90% for the game.
The Hornets have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. First one falls for him. And he makes both free throws.
And guys, this is the formula for winning basketball. Get to the line and bury your free throws. Their percentage right now is terrific.
Now here's Murray. He has 6. Here's Rozier, and he slams it one-handed.
Oh, you gotta love Rozier. Skying up for the dunk. Really seizing the opportunity and capitalizing with this tremendous leaping.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 16. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
Charlotte making a switch here. Graham's checked in. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at the Nuggets. They're 7th right now. Not a bad spot, but certainly they'd like to string together a run of wins.
And when I look at Denver, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're disappointed in that. I mean, they were hoping to take that next step.
Here's Washington. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Millsap. The Nuggets trail by 14. Left side, Porter. And he drops it in from the low post.
Just so tricky with that little floating jump shot. Porter has a great feel for when to let it fly.
Murray against Rozier. Kicks it to Biyombo. Plenty of space. Kept alive. Tries again. And it's laid in by Rozier. Rozier's got 11 points.
They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
Up top, Plumlee. He feeds it to Millsap. Oh, that's blocked, but he recovers it. Just 5 on the clock. Second chance shot, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range, just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Graham dishes to Bridges. Biyombo. Great positioning on the putback. And the Hornets lead by 16.
just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Millsap up top. Rozier defending. Fades and shoots. And that one's good. Millsap. Millsap's got 4 this quarter.
And since he's wide open, he's got time to add a little style with the fadeaway.
Rozier against Murray. Passes it to Washington. Over Millsap. Washington, that's good. He's got 8.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
The Nuggets trail by 16. Outside Millsap. Hornets with the rebound. Biombo's got 8 rebounds in this game. Murray against Rozier. Now, here's Bridges. He's tightly guarded. Nice D from Porter.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Charlotte leading by 14. Rozier looking around. Harris on the double team. Pass to Washington. Puts it up. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 3 assists tonight.
You know, the rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
Denver's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Harris outside. The pass to Millsap. No good. That miss takes him to 3 for 7. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
That's what a star talent does. If Bridges wants to fulfill his potential, he's got to attack. Use that quick first step.
The Nuggets trail by 18. Murray finds Millsap. Here is Porter. Murray outside. Here's Millsap. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years. No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Paul Millsap. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
Jokic, he's checked in for Denver. Martin comes in for Harris. And so Paul Millsap nails both of them.
And it's fair to say that Millsap has been very underrated throughout his career. A versatile, tenacious forward who quietly destroys whoever he plays.
Here's Washington. He had 10 points in the win against Portland. No good from Gomez. And a wide open look for Porter. No good on the three. Hornets leading by 16. Out left to the wing. Here's Washington. He's covered by Murray. Washington passes to Gomez. Shot clock at 6. Charlotte moving the ball around. Here's Zeller. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Way to work the inside-out game. Draws the defense in and kicks it out for the open shot.
And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Nuggets. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. And those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. And some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Monte Morris is checked in for the Nuggets. The Hornets also with a sub. Bacon's checked in. Now, here is Morris. Graham defending. Millsap misses. And here's Charlotte. They're on a 15-6 run. Chalk up 2 there. 6 points for Batum.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Here's Murray following the basket by Nicholas Batum. Jokic kicks to Morris. Back to Jokic. Morris looking over the floor. 6 to shoot. Back to Jokic. Lets it go from deep. And no good. And Charlotte will come the other way.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Bacon's shot is off.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
Now Graham following the three-point attempt by Jamal Murray. And the shot is good. Graham's got 5 points in the quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Jokic passes to Murray. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Pass to Batum from 10 feet out. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Barton. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Yeah, great job of getting a look before the horn sounded and gaining some momentum.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. The Hornets on top, delivering the blowout. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, let's get your take on Charlotte.
Boy, it was rough down there in the paint, and they were just dominant, taking it to the rack. But that's what you have to be willing to do. Take the action to the heart of the competition without any fear. That's why this is already a blowout.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Ernie, I don't use this word a lot because, one, I can't spell it, but it was definitely a subpar effort for them on the glass. That hurt. They're serious about cutting into this deficit. It's gut check time. Ugh. You hear that, Ernie? I'm hitting my gut. Ugh. You got to check your gut, Ernie. Ugh. Gut check time, Ernie.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Nice game. Great performance by Terry Rozier.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
The Nuggets trail by 21. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Porter in at the small forward. Charlotte has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Passes to Graham. Here's Washington. Millsap covering. Rozier for 3. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. They get a hand on it. Up top, Graham, guarded by Harris. Graham with the bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
So it's Denver now, after the basket by Charlotte. For 3, Murray, and the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Graham. He has 7. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Bridges against Porter. 5 on the clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Porter. Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good-spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice. He hits the second from the line.
You know, what I love about Bridges is just the all-around game. He scores, rebounds, passes, and defends well, too. Just an exciting young prospect.
The Nuggets with another miss.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
With the fadeaway. And it's sent back by Jokic. Over to the wing. And here's Millsap from the arc. A rebound by Washington.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game.
And Millsap with great hands and the anticipation there to block the shot.
And that one's good by Porter.
Oh, forget about three-pointers. Give me a look from right in tight. I'll take it all day long.
Hornets leading by 23. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. The pass to Bridges. Pass to Washington. Back to Bridges. Over Porter. Bridges shot. Good. Bridges has got 11.
Just so precise off the pass. I like how Bridges prepares himself to shoot as the ball is coming his way.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. Pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 4th assist in this one.
Oh, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
Here's Graham. He's got 7. Pass to Bridges. And here is Hernan Gomez. Comes up empty down low.
and not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Nuggets have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Michael Porter. Monk's checked in for Charlotte. Both free throws good for Millsap. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Monk with the ball. He has 6. Bounce pass from Hernan Gomez. Here's Rozier. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Rozier's got 5 points in the quarter. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Now the pass to Jokic. But they recover it. And another miss by Denver. Charlotte leading by 23. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
And you got to appreciate just the presence of mind there. Monk demonstrating solid court awareness by finding the open man.
Denver's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Murray. A rebound by Washington. Washington's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Monk, and then Monk with the dunk.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Well, Greg, their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
Here's Millsap following the score by Charlotte. Here's Jokic. And Rozier pulls it down. For Charlotte, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Now Monk. 8 points for him. Here's Hernan Gomez. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Offensive rebound. Lays it up off the glass. And 12 points for Millsap.
And sometimes it just seems like Millsap can't miss. The size, the mobility, the quick thinking. This is how he can take over games.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Inside. Monk's shot's good. Monk's got 10 points.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And here is Murray. He's got 10. Millsap in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And that's 15 points for Millsap.
And I tell you, Millsap's one of those players, he just seems to get better every day he's been in this league. And more than anywhere else, I think that shows in his ability to score from beyond.
Now, here's Monk. He's got 10. Pass to Hernan Gomez. 5 to shoot. For 3, Bridges. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Well, you know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
Vonleh's checked in for Paul Millsap. The Hornets also changing it up. Biyombo checks in for Hernan Gomez. And it's Zeller in for Washington. Now Murray. Following Miles Bridges' three-point attempt. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You know, Greg, Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
And that one misses. And the Nuggets with some changes. Martin's checked in for Gary Harris. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. And then for Charlotte, Dwayne Bacon comes in for Bridges. And it's Batum in for Terry Rozier. And he sinks the second. Hornets leading by 23. Now, here's Monk. 10 points for him. Passes it to Biyombo. Over to the left wing. Here's Bacon. And the layup's good off the glass. Bacon's got 9.
That's just a product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Morris right side. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
Take a look at Murray. He's on the cusp of the top 10 in the Western Conference voting.
So still a long way away from being named a starter, but the fans aren't overlooking what he's been doing this season.
And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more. Here's Jokic. The kick out to Barton. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything in the East right now stands. Taking a look at the Hornets, this hasn't been the kind of year they envisioned. Time running out.
And when I look at Charlotte,
They've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
No, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating to everyone, the players, the coaches, the fans. I mean, there was the idea that they might struggle, but now reality is setting in.
And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Denver Nuggets. Pass to Jokic. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Biyombo's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Pass to Zeller. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two.
So it's the Hornets now. Charlotte's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. On the wing, Batum. Barton defending. Zeller inside. Vonleh on him. A nice shot by Zeller.
and they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Morris outside. Got a piece of it.
And registering one of the highest verticals at the NBA Combine, Zeller can send your shot back.
Here's Bacon. But they get it back. Jokic with the steal. Here's Grant. And he makes good on the layup.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Now, here's Monk. 10 points for him. And Charlotte can't hang on to the ball. Well, we've got a second, so we'll bring up a list of shooting guards that have been red hot at the free throw line over the past month. Nick Batum, third.
We've gotten used to seeing a lot of terrific free throw shooters from the two-guard ranks, but even so, it shouldn't take away from what these players have been able to do up there.
I mean, just look at their percentages. I can't even imagine how much work these players have put in at the gym to be that reliable at the line.
Now, here's Grant. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Pulls it from the elbow. Yes, that goes in.
And he is just so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then use that beautiful spin to just blow by you.
Now, here's Monk, covered by Morris. Batum with the bounce pass. Biyombo down low. Jokic defending. Biyombo trying to break free. The shot by Monk is no good. Denver's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Morris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And looking at some numbers for Batum, how last month turned out for him, he's averaging 8 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
First free throw is good for the Nuggets. Plumlee comes in for Jokic, and Porter subbed in for Grant. And Morris drops them both. Charlotte leading by 23. 1:36 left in the third quarter of the game. And there's the pass to Zeller. Here's Biyombo. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
So active, so energetic, helping to lead the charge for this team.
Now, here is Morris. He's got 6. The wide open look here for Vonleh. Bangs home the trifecta. Vonleh's got 5 now.
Oh, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range when there's no hand in his face.
Monk, the pass to Biyombo. Back to Monk. Charlotte moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Zeller dishes to Batum. Shoots over Barton. A shot by Batum, no good. And Morris has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Barton, no luck.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
Oh, and really, Batum is so fast driving inside. The D is in a tough spot when he's going strong to the basket.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
Well, that is because Batum is one of the most versatile players in the league. His ability to score from any spot, pass, rebound, and defend, that's what makes him so unique and important.
Charlotte making a switch here. Graham's checked in. The Nuggets really having a tough go here. Here's Morris. He has 6. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range, off target. And so it's Charlotte finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll return shortly. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's Graham. On the court for the Hornets. Inside, Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Batum. Then it's Bridges. And it's Graham in at the 1. Here's Graham. Batum passes to Biyombo. Plumlee with the steal, and they're pushing it up. Here's Porter. Graham with the rebound. Charlotte's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Bridges with it. To the paint. Crafty move. A shot by Batum, no good. And for the Nuggets, their shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. And that one, good. Porter's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Nuggets. Hornets leading by 22. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Biyombo with it. Vonleh on him. 6 on the shot clock. Graham kicks to Bridges. A second chance effort. Biyombo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Yes, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think is adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys, and so you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports and use them in business. So in business, I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it, get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings and be the last one that leaves, and just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice too. Now here's Porter. Millsap has the open look, drops in the tray. Millsap's got 10 points in just the second half.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Pass to Rozier. Out to the wing. Bridges inside the three-point line. And the wing jumper offline. Here's Porter. Again, the Nuggets score.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They have a 19-point lead. Passes it to Biyombo. Bridges inside the three-point line. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Denver making a switch here. Harris is checked in. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Washington's checked in for Biyombo. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Now Plumlee, back to Harris, shoots over Graham, tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Look, he has a good feel for the painted area. Zeller, never in a rush. Very deliberate with his moves.
The Nuggets trail by 19. Murray dishes to Millsap. No good on the shot. And the Hornets now going the other way. Out to the right wing. Here's Bridges. The shot will not fall. Nice D from Porter.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And that one's good. Millsap.
No hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy one.
Hornets leading by 17. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Graham, the pass to Zeller. 5 to shoot. Here's Rozier. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Hornets lead by 19.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Harris looking it over.
Come to me, come to me.
Buries it down low.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
Pass to Graham. Here's Washington. Millsap covering. And it's Washington missing. The Nuggets trail by 17. The open shot, Harris. Graham with the rebound.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
Bridges passes to Zeller. Back to Bridges. Charlotte moving it around. Second shot opportunity. No good there. Nuggets have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Harris outside. Millsap left side.
Hey, who's watching them?
Banked in off the glass. Millsap's got 7 points for the quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
Now, here's Rozier. There's the pass to Washington. That's tipped. Pass to Bridges. A 3-ball. And there's the call on Cody Zeller. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jokic, he's checked in for Denver. The Nuggets on offense. They're on a 15-6 run. Passes it to Millsap. Porter against Bridges. For 3, Murray. Another 3 for Denver.
And Murray is so deadly with the catch and shoot, Jay. When the D isn't playing up on him, he has no problem going right up with it.
Here's Graham. To the right side. Rozier for 3. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Harris dishes to Murray. Jokic can't hit from in close.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up. They are just killing them on the interior.
Charlotte calls timeout.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
And now a chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan player of the game.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear James Borrego coaching his team during the break. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Jokic inside. He's against Zeller. Back to Jokic. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Jokic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And easy to understand why many believe Porter is the complete package. Skilled at making the correct pass.
Here's Graham. Pass to Rozier. Here's Washington. Millsap covering. Puts it up from 7. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good. The Nuggets trail by 12. Harris outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Millsap passes to Jokic. Another shot. Tries yet again. And at last, they get one to fall.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
And here is Graham. The pass to Rozier. Pass to Washington. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. No luck that time either. The Nuggets trail by 10. For 3, Harris. Graham with the rebound. Graham's got his 4th rebound in this one. Out to the right wing. Bridges kicks to Zeller. Here's Graham. Guarded by Harris. Passes to Bridges. Here's Zeller. Denver grabs the miss. Millsap's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And here's Harris from the arc. It's good from long range. Harris has got it back down to within single digits for the Nuggets.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Charlotte calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Will Barton, he's checked in for Harris. Charlotte leading by 7. Here's Graham. And stolen by Barton. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
And the quick feet of Murray really doing an extraordinary job getting out in transition.
Rozier kicks to Zeller. Here's Graham. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And so he hits both. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They trail by 7. Denver calls timeout. Millsap kicks to Murray. Jokic against Zeller. And with that, the Hornet lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Jokic.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, Greg, this is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Now, here's Rozier. From 7, Washington, that's good. Washington's got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, that's just the mentality you have to have. Not wanting to give the opposition any hope of clawing back into this.
.143 left in the fourth quarter. Down low. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Cody Zeller. He hits the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
They'll take it, even with the miss. Anything they can do to cut into the lead.
There's Porter at the 3. Denver the rebound.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
Oh, man. This guy. Bad shots. This is the time to work the ball inside to get the best shot possible. That's the way to make the comeback happen.
Graham with the ball. Martin defending. Bridges dishes to Zeller. Shot clock at 5. On deep. Here's Washington, the second effort. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Denver's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Right side, Porter. 41 seconds left in the fourth. Drops one in from the wing.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch. Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. After the basket by Charlotte. Wing shot on the way, and he nails the jumper.
A pure shooter who's also efficient. Porter nearly automatic from mid-range.
And it's the Hornets ball. 6-point game. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
Oh, the fearlessness by Rozier. That's what helps him earn the trip to the stripe.
Denver calls timeout. They trail by 7. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Murray. Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Well, it's just been one of those nights from he got into the floor of the game and has not lost his touch.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're in front by 5. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And he commits the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Okay, are those free throws helping them to make the lead even safer?
Quarter outside, and the rebound goes to the Hornets. Graham with the ball. Pass to Rozier, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw. So it's the Hornets picking up the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.